Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Welcome to Pin TV Live Booicore Lockdown Again show. Yeah, how you doing? Do you want to do the comments? So they're up there, aren't they?
I would, but you haven't brought the mouse.
Don't need it.
Oh yeah.
The pads are all fixed now. Evening, Mike. Evening, Justin. 1 second, and we'll be able to see. Todd's got his going.
Hello, Jay Young and Alex Duggan. You're both members. That's cool.
We've got members on, have we? Hello, members. Thank you for becoming members. And does that say skiing holes or skiing hells?
Skiing house.
How are we doing? So, like I said, later on, I'm going to be talking about why we've gone to Rocky Mountain, which is ace news, but I want to sort of give the whole story of why we're doing it. Yeah. You all right there, dude? You busy?
Sharing? Like you were like, can you share the thing for me? Can you share the
Perhaps
thing?
not during the show.
Better to do it now, because people can see it straight away and go to it.
See what I have to put up with? You tell he's a pre-nager, can't you? Oh, he's a teenager now, isn't he?
He's 14.
Is he? So we got the elusive Cassie on tonight. Finally. We finally got her on. You all right?
Yeah.
Say hello to everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Hello to everyone.
What other comments have we got, love?
Best behaviour all the boss is about.
Yeah, I know. I do have to be on good behaviour. And I can't even have a drink because we've got... kids have drunk all the Coke. And
Kids have drunk all the gin.
Yeah. But we have got a bit of rum in there, haven't we? Can I have it with anything else? I can't drink neat rum. It's disgusting. Dubbanut has just put Stoke.
Yeah, because he said hi from school.
No, ain't mate. How's it going, Lark, ain't it? What we got on there, Cass? Read some stuff out. Ian's here.
Hey up, evening. Let's have a little look. Happy New Year to you all.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
People commenting about me being on here.
What they saying?
So, Ashley Bright's put how much is Cassie Drag to get on here. I'm actually not drinking anything at the minute. I've sort of given up drinking since New Year.
Happy New Year. And that's it. As soon as the New Year's here, bang, lockdown, stop enjoying yourselves. That's what it is, isn't it? No more fun.
It's like my birthday's this month, at the end of the month. And it's just literally the crappiest time of the year to have a birthday because everybody's skimmed from Christmas.
Can you see how she's just hinting? Oh, it's my birthday. I don't want to mention
everybody's skimmed from Christmas. Everybody's on a diet and everyone's doing dry January. So, like, it's the end of January is the crappiest time of the year. I might just postpone my birthday till June.
Yeah, I might remember to buy you something then.
You would never remember anyway.
We've got quite a lot watching from the start. So, Cassie's just got to go and meet her sister at the door. Yeah, look at that, Todd. We've got 140 people watching already. Only 16 thumbs up. So we need to sort that out, folks. Give us some thumbs up. So it's been like quite a weird one. Got out a new year. Then we got it's lockdown again, which is I'm sure everybody's annoyed about. I can't imagine anybody's happy about that, really. But we just got to do it, haven't we? What can we do?
There's every cloud has a silver lining. I'm off school again, which is quite good.
Yeah, but like trying to sort of educate you is like I don't know. It's like trying to teach Ian Chinese. It's just not going to happen, is it?
I've been doing all that.
Have you?
Yeah.
You've been taking it in?
Not really.
Do you want to read some comments? And pretend
Watson and Toasty got cheese, barbecue sauce, and chicken in a wrap. It's quite good. Alright, bit random. Thoughts on open face with goggles from Adam Rice.
Yeah, it's alright, isn't it? That's a bit
full
like
enduro.
That's full enduro from 2014, isn't it? When we were doing the when everybody was trying to be an enduro racer and we were all doing the races, that's what so many of us used was half face and goggles. It does work. And we got some goggles coming from Smith this week, which are amazingly, I spoke to them today on the phone and they said, what do you want? And they started running through all these colours and I didn't know. And then just as I was about to say to her, you choose, she said, oh, we've got the Rocky Mountain collaboration ones. I was like, yeah, that'll do. Yeah, so quite tough for that. No, nor did I. But they're XL. Apparently Smith do normal size goggles and XL size. But I don't think it's XL for your face. It's XL. But then I'm guessing we'll only be using them in our big downhill helmets anyway, so they should be all right.
Yeah.
Basically, got to send them back if they're too big. Ian, don't lick me knee. Anything else, Rodney? Any other comments?
Love the new Rocky Mountain e-bikes. Yeah, so do I.
Yeah, and I'm going to wait. I'm going to say 8:30, and I'll tell the story of how it got to be that we're at Rocky Mountain. But also 9 o'clock we'll do the prize. Do the prize giveaway.
Have you got a question?
No, we'll think of one.
I think I've already thought of one.
Yeah, is it going to be? It's not going to be like last week where I gave one that people sort of guessed before I even asked it.
It's going to be more of a memory one.
All right.
And we'll
Okay.
have to maybe drop it.
Wow. Okay. So I'll show you what we got to give away at 9 o'clock. Anyway, I delved into the depths of Pin Shed. So we got the usual load of all different ion stickers. We've got these from DMR, the 2 different stem caps, bit more iron sticker, iron side here. Todd has had a good sort out of his room and he gave us a load of t-shirts that he's grown out of to give to the charity shop. He's like, fair enough, that's what we do. But then we looked and like 5 of them were bike brand t-shirts and I was like, don't give them to the charity, at least give them away. So this is, we're going to give one of them away each week. This is one. So that's kids.
Oh no, it's so small.
Size small, and it's a Pivot Cycles t-shirt. So I thought that's too good to give to charity. That's one of them. Also, adult large, and there's only 2 of these in existence. And that is last year? It's almost a year before, isn't it? No, it was last year as well. The Pin TV riding tops, but our own ones. So they say ion on them as well. There you go. So that's a large. Then we have RRP mug, which I won't take out because the box is quite hard to put back together. These from Fenwick's, that will do 2 litres of cleaning fluid. Then I've got a set. Oh, this some Pin TV stickers, bumper sticker. This from Extreme Culture, based in South Wales, do clothing and stuff. They sent us that. We won't use it. And finally, a set of Troy Lee edition Oakley goggles. Probably do with a clean lens. Yeah, I'm giving you a lot of goggles away.
I thought we were giving the melons away.
No, we will be giving the melons away, but I saw these and thought, give them away.
You need to run things.
Oh, don't worry. Do you want to tell people who owned these before you?
Dan Atherton.
These are from Dan Atherton. They're his old goggles from the last time we went there because Todd had some tinted goggles. So you got some Atherton goggles there. So yeah, they'll be given away at 9 o'clock. So fingers on buzzers. I don't know why I said that. Sorry, mate. Can you? There's nothing to drink. I want a drink, Rodney.
Yeah.
Could you get me a little glass of rum with ice in it, please?
We could have a gin and tonic.
He won't know how to do a gin and tonic. No. You get it wrong, I'll be like sozzled and it'll taste disgusting. So, do you want to read some stuff out, Cass?
What have you already read out?
Probably none of them.
60 seconds of Stevens has put great opportunity to work with Rocky Mountain, but a bit sad as well leaving Stanton, I bet.
No, not really. That let's just say that dog had its day. But that also is something I'll be talking about at 8:30. I'm going to talk about the whole process from where we were to where we are now.
Okay. Someone's put some very nice stuff, guys. Evening, boys. Jim, do you have any experience of Roholf gear hubs?
Roll off internal gears.
Roll off.
I've tried them, but not really. No, I don't know much about them. I think that's the way gears should go for sure in the future, and I think that's the way the gearing will go when the big brands. Thanks, mate. When the big brands like Shimano and SRAM get onto it, internal hubs and all that kind of thing, it's going to be interesting to see, because although they're the best for no drag rear mechs, they're just so susceptible for damage, and they're such an old way of doing things. I can't wait till they change it.
He's got a comment saying that I'm a lot younger than you, Jim.
She is.
What's the age
11
difference?
years younger than me, aren't you?
Yeah, 11 years.
You're very lucky to have an old man.
So lucky.
Yeah. So, lockdown, yeah. Forestry's still open, but you can't travel far. You know, no car, all that, whatever they say. It's going to be testing times for us all again. I think almost worse. Well, it is going to be worse than the first lockdown, because the first lockdown, at least we had some sunshine and we were getting out all day and nice and warm. But we just got to get through it, haven't we? And wait till we come out the other side, I guess. Anything else?
Footly bad boy Cassie wears Jim's Chinese.
Well, it's New Year, isn't it? I'm trying
Health kick.
I'm trying to shed some poundage, so yeah, I'm trying to be a bit healthy, says me necking a rum. This is the first drink I've had since the last show, so isn't it? We haven't had another drink, have we? No, not much of a drinker actually.
Alex Duggins asked recommendations for greases on greases for bike maintenance. Just ordered some Fenwick assembly grease to re-grease my headset.
There you go. You've answered your own question. Well, they got two types of grease, haven't they? They got the high speed and the assembly grease. I kind of use both. I think the high speed is thinner, and I think high speed, when parts can get warm, it stays the same viscosity, so it doesn't like go runny and kind of disappear. So I kind of tend to use the high speed more than anything. Do you want to let the dogs in? Thanks, mate.
The knee's looking good, Jim.
Oh yeah, knee update or knee gate. There we go.
Where's the G come from?
There you go. I took the 11. Well, there was 11 stitches in there, and I was meant to go back to the hospital on Monday. So I just took them out myself on Sunday night, but there is one still in there somewhere. I can't find it. I'm going to wait for it to just sort of come out, I think.
Curtis has put, I think it's great news for you guys. Shows how hard and honest you work. What's the deal with Cannondale, and will we see any more gravel rides, or are you done with that now, Jim?
No, you'll still see gravel rides and you'll still see a gravel bike, but again, that's something I'll talk about at half 8. Are you going Eastridge from Miles Fairhurst? Yes, we might actually be going to Eastridge, possibly. Oh, you want to go Grintsill, don't you?
Yeah.
We'll be going somewhere Sunday. Me and Todd on the regular bikes. Going to go for a regular bike ride. And going to go to your jump spot on Saturday.
Yeah. Tomorrow.
Someone said about it not being like lockdown. He's still working. I work. Yeah,
we all work. Well, I say we. Yeah, but then we all worked in the first lockdown as well, pretty much. So it's definitely busier. It's more, I think it's more that thing with the, where you're going. For us riders, it's like you can't go off. For instance, I saw a big hoo-ha on Facebook earlier about people saying, well, you shouldn't be going to the Forest of Dean if you live in wherever, Birmingham, because it's not local, So I think they're making more of an effort enforcing this, because didn't you say you saw the coppers?
No, I saw someone had posted that the police were stopping people locally and asking where they were going to see whether or not their trip was essential travel. And
In a
if
few
they,
different places as well, weren't there?
yeah, and if they said they were coming or going from work, they were asking for proof, which is mental in it, really, I think.
Someone said before I read that we were punching. Oh, it's Craig Bromley. Thanks, Craig. Talking to Craig Bromley, just pass us Cassie, please. Kaz. So Craig, who owns Rapid Racer Products, who are one of our amazing channel sponsors, has sent me the latest Rapid Racer product guards, and these, us here and Craig are the only people to have these right now. So I kind of looked at what you sent me. Well, I did look at it, but trying to remember it all. I'll tell you what, I'm going to get the email on my phone and I'll pass it to my lovely wife situated here, and then she can read the bullet points for me. And that'll be awesome. That's the easiest way of doing it. Here, if I can find it. There we go. Craig. Right, the mini guard. Bullet points. There you go.
Can you move up a bit?
Am I reading these out?
Yeah, so let's get a mini guard first. There's a mini guard.
Okay. It comes with cable ties. They'll be on sale in the spring.
So this one, because obviously it's kind of prototypey, it has got the cable ties with it. So yeah, ignore everything I just said.
Side recesses help with bottom out clearance.
I'll come here and be like one of those dolly birds off the telly that show you stuff that just nailed up my knee. Oh. Right, okay, start again and I'll do the bits.
Comes with cable ties.
Yes, which are situated underneath and stuck in.
Side recesses help bottom out clearance.
That's the side recesses there. Recesses there.
Yeah.
So when it's bottoming out, it bottoms out and hits the forks. That helps with that.
Matte textured finish with gloss highlights, same as the Pro Guard bolt-on.
So the Pro Guard bolt-on has this finish, and it was the only one. And now they're all going to go to this really nice finish, which I much prefer. And obviously that bit is where your graphics can go. We do them our own.
New slots to allow you to use our new Velcro packs for quick and easy installation and removal. And the packs with or without the rubber pads are available March and sold separately.
There are the new slots in there. So you basically knock out, you push out the sluts that you don't want on your mud guard. What else have we got? This is the new super sticky rubber to help protect your fork legs. And then there's extras for the top. Yeah?
What, sorry, the rubber pads?
Did it say how much this is? I can't remember.
Oh, I
think it says on there.
Yes. SRP, $25.99.
Okay. Stanton.
What's the difference between
Suggestion.
right.
Yes. And then obviously
not recommended.
It's RL because RRP.
And then I'll just do this really quickly. This is that's the rear guard there, similar sort of thing. And then in here, I won't get it out, you've got the standard, which is basically the bigger one. So yeah, check out the channel, you'll see these in action all the time.
Some people have asked if the RRP mud guards fit all types of forks.
The cable tie ones do. And the thing worth mentioning, did we mention it before that they're going to be coming? Did you say that they're going to be coming
in the spring
with Velcro straps?
Yeah,
that's the important
March,
thing. So you can remove them easily. Say you got to put it in a car or whatever. Yeah.
Put the mud guards on. You can't.
Yeah, if your car's got crap mud guards on, mud flaps. That's what they're called on a car.
Yeah, I know. But I wasn't actually being serious.
Oh, weren't you?
No.
Oh, I thought you meant you'd want to put those on your car.
Yeah.
Oh. What else have we got?
They do a rear one for hardtails. Got a bolt on the front from A&W.
Do they or they do?
Do they?
The rear one, I think you fit the rear one on most things. The rear one is more for protecting your linkages rather than getting the crap from going on your arse and your back. So, moving on. What other comments have we got?
Someone's mentioned about Danny Hart saying, do you think he's going to Santa Cruz Syndicate?
No idea. I know that one of the reasons, I think, apparently anyway, one of the reasons he may have switched was that during all lockdown and the pandemic and all that a lot of racers are out there doing lots of stuff on social media, and he didn't really do it. And I don't know if there was a bit of a bust up about that, because the Madison Saracen lot have never been that sort of hot on their social media, have they? What is that dog doing?
What do you I reckon it'll be on a really big brand like Giant or like Trek or something.
Who knows?
I don't
does
actually
Trek fit any more racers on there?
I don't think it'll be Trek actually.
No.
They've announced.
What else have we got, Cass?
Oh, he's going to Cube, everyone, so.
Matt Kempney's put, have you guys entered any of the Welsh Enduro races, and which the ones which were announced this week?
No, because quite fortunate that as long as I give him plenty of notice, buds, I can get in by just sending him an email. Not too close to it. He has rejected me a few times if I leave it too late.
Will you do a video of Nancy Arian again? Nancy Arian.
Possibly. Don't know.
That was the one you did when it was really, really
when
wet,
I crashed.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, that you're thinking of
Yeah, I am. I'm thinking of what's the other place where we went and I raced? Marion Trail.
Yeah,
or
and
whatever.
Mum's thinking of the really wet one. Where was it?
Yes, I can't think of the name
It's a
of that.
different place.
Yeah, Nanty-Arian. Thing that the trouble with Nanty-Arian is the best bit there is the off-piste bit that, and I don't really want to do stuff like that anymore because I get too much grief off the trail builders.
Miles has asked what's Red's little tapping noise
Yeah,
when he
what
walks.
was the tapping noise?
It's
It was all around the microphone.
It's all his little fat feet, like
And
in
his-
the way he picks his little fat
his-
feet on Miles. Have you ever been to Fort William?
Yes, and I've raced there. Raced downhill in Fort William in '97 and had a massive crash and had to go to hospital, but I was okay. I sublocated my shoulder.
How does that work?
It's like a dislocation, but it goes back in. It's very sore.
Dodds H.
And we had, sorry to interrupt, darling, but I've got to tell you, because this is how old those days were, we had to push up, not to the top, to just past, I think it was after the motorway section. Okay.
Now I've lost the bloody thing.
Which one?
They said, that was well worth interrupting me for.
Okay,
Well done. Dodds H. But hi guys, when all this pandemic nonsense is over and the group sizes return to greater numbers, are you planning to do a big pinned ride, open invite? If so, what's the likely location going to be? Cheers.
Yes. If we can get something sorted this summer, we want to do something in Dovey at my friend Reese, who you'll see Dovey off-piste on some of my videos. He owns the farm and he's dug a lot of the trails there. And we're talking about doing like a little mini festival, but I'm not planning anything until I know that things are over.
Rob Ashall's asked, have you got the trick stuff brake pads yet?
No, I haven't actually. I need to, well reminded, I have to chase him. I've just realised one there from, where's it gone now? The Search for Truth or something it's called. He's commented on a few videos and he's in the US. So there we go.
Good evening, Jim and family from the USA.
What's his Citizens Journalist for Truth?
Citizens Journalist.
What a name. Howdy.
Chris Liggins sat the Cannondale road bike off and get a proper gravel bike. Rigid steel 29er mountain bike plus plenty of bike check videos on the new Rockies, please.
Okay, right. It's nearly past, so let's get into it. So I wouldn't bother giving any questions until I've finished my ramblings for a while. I'll tell you how it came about. So, oh my God, we've got 307 people watching. That's mental.
Perfect time to do it then.
So I'm going to go back 18 months when obviously we were deep into the riding with Stanton. And I was at one of the bike shows, and there was some chap following us round, and he was following us and was having all these meetings with people, and it's quite difficult to get away from people at the bike shows when you're doing all the media stuff. And I noticed him following, and eventually he came up, introduced himself, said, "Hi, I'm James from YT." I was like, wow, he obviously wants us because he's followed us round, and he introduced himself and said, "Yeah, we were watching what you're doing." And were you there at the time? No, I think I was with Sonny, and he said, "Yeah, we'd be interested in getting involved." So at the time, we were with Stanton, but I said, "Yeah, okay, let's see what we can look at," because you don't turn a brand like that down. So yeah, I basically sent off. It was quite weird actually, because when I got back home, I sent them all the spiel off about what we do and numbers and figures and all this. But he then forwarded it to his, I think the main marketing guy. He's a UK marketing bloke from Surrey Hills, and he forwarded it on to head office, main marketing for YT, who then said they haven't got the budget to supply bikes. So I thought it was quite strange, but forgot about it and thought, maybe one day. And we cracked on with Stanton. We were made quite a lot of sort of promises of certain things like carbon back ends, tie front ends,
jump
bikes, a gravel bike. And we were waiting, and then through no fault of their own, because obviously it's very difficult to run a bike business, especially in the UK. They had so many orders to keep up with, and we, when people are asking for stuff for free against people who are paying, you're going to deal with the people who pay unless you're a massive company. So things just ended up not really happening, and there was a few little bits and pieces which I won't go into, but in the end, I started thinking, do you know what? I really want to ride a lightweight trail bike. And basically started looking about, started making some inquiries. And that's when I spoke to my friend Clive from Cannondale, from CSG. And they said, look, we'll hook you up with a media deal where basically you got a year to pay and the bikes are kind of half price. So first, did we get the e-bikes first?
Yeah,
didn't
it was because we were like, well, we'll stick with Stanton because they didn't do an e-bike. We can get an e-bike off anyone. Well, anyone who'll supply it, obviously.
Yeah.
And Cannondale said yes, so we went with them.
Got the e-bikes.
Yeah.
They were amazing, and we were like, oh my god, this is so good.
And then when we were down at Corton with Chris and Janelle and that lot at the skills park, I broke a cable on my e-bike and borrowed a carbon Trek slash. And it was an XL, but I still really liked just how light it was, because I've never had like a proper light bike.
Bearing in mind, he had at the time he had a medium Stanton FS full suspension, and it was £36.
And
mine was £38. Sonny's was £39.
Yeah.
That's some weight there.
So it planted the seed, didn't it, of me 1-in-1. And then you tried one at Dovey. You borrowed Dooz's. You borrowed his.
I went to Dovey for that day, and some of you might have seen it. That basically rode the Santa Cruz Bronson, which is obviously a lightweight trail bike, and I was like blown away. I hadn't been on a lightweight trail bike for so long, and it was 650 as well, and I was like, wow, this thing is amazing. And then it sort of planted the seed, didn't it? And I was like, whoa, do you know what? I think it's time to look for another brand that does e-bikes and light bikes, because we'd already got the e-bikes.
And then we asked Cannondale.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, we got some ex demos.
So we did that with Cannondale. We got Todd on the Habit. And then they sent me, this is where I made a bit of a mistake. Because I was sort of, I like the long bikes and the Cannondales are quite short. I decided I'll get an XL Habit. And it was basically, no matter how much I tried with a lower saddle, and faffing about. It was just too tall for me in the standover, and I never felt that comfortable on it. And also the thing was, although it was we're very grateful for it, it wasn't a sponsorship deal, and we're still looking. And then I just ended up starting to email different companies to see, basically for this year. This was, I don't know, 4 months ago. And then I was emailing and, just checking all the different people and phoning people I know and this, that, and the other. And the biggest problem actually wasn't getting turned down.
There was no stop.
Loads of people wanted to work with us. Most of them was like, I'm sorry, but we're just not going to get bikes for like a year or 6 months or 8 months. And I was like, oh my. And Rocky Mountain was one of those. So I mentioned it to Setch, who is Andy Setchfield. Setchfield Cycles Wrexham is a Rocky Mountain dealer. And he said, right, I'll get on to Rocky for you. Then he got back to me and said, they'd like to do something with you, but you won't get a bike till September 2021.
And at the time, it was like July.
Yeah. I was like, oh my. No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that long ago, was it?
Yeah.
Was it? Wow.
Well, no. I got the...
It was towards the end of the season. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It was like August when I got...
So we're like, right, okay, that's an option, but, rather go with someone who can sort us out a bit sooner. So then it turns out that our guy Sean, who brings in Ion and sponsors us with Ion, has just been taken on as an agent to sell Rocky Mountain. And so he gets on to us saying, look, they're really interested. They phoned me and asked me about you lot. The only other person they sponsor in the UK is Becky Skelton. And he said the same thing. He said, look, I can lend you this e-bike for a bit and you can use that, but I don't think you'll get another bike till, end of the year. So I was like, yeah, I'll take that. And I've got other things, maybe we'll let you know. And then YT. Well, then, yeah, it was literally a few days afterwards, wasn't it?
It was like the day afterwards.
Yeah. The day after this the day after this Rocky arrives, YT phones me up. Like buses, you're waiting for 1 and 2 turn up. And they're like, we want to work with you, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh my God. So you get blinkered by big brands. And I was like, wow, YT, this is it. This is the big brand. I know Rockies are good, and I love that bike from the off. That e-bike is amazing. It's probably one of the best handling bikes I've ridden. But it's YT.
Yeah, and big brand.
Yeah.
They've got budget. They've got.
Yeah.
It's just a cool brand. It's
so
amazing.
YT's offer was 2 Decoy Elites, which we couldn't change wheels and suspension on. It's got to be kind of standard. Then I was like, okay, but I want to keep it Olin's, I want to keep MV.
Well, before that, you just were like in shock from it, from them saying yes, and you're like instantly right. We're going with we're not allowed to change things. You hadn't even thought about the whole.
Yeah, and then I gave it more thought, and I was like,
I at first I went, well, if we're doing that, we're only allowed one bike. Can I get like a hardtail or something off another brand? So they don't make hardtails, because I'd still want a normal bike for certain things.
The thing is with your dad, Todd, is the minute he has a thought, he's got to go.
Yeah.
It's like he's really impulsive. So it's like he has this thought, and then it's like, right, that's it. That's what's happening.
So basically, YT weren't keen on Todd having a different brand for a hard, either a hardtail. We'd said a niche hardtail, didn't we?
Yeah. So
then I got around it by, we were going to have a couple of Izzos, which I was going to buy at, I guess, trade price, which is their little bikes. And then he said, if you're buying it, you can keep your brands, because you can do what you want to a bought bike. So it was like, yeah. And then as the days went on, Rocky dealing with them. And when I put that first vlog out last week, all these Rocky Mountain owners came out of the woodwork. Firstly, they don't send bikes to magazines to review. So I was like the first one to do a review on it.
rich.
And it had like 4,000 views overnight, and so many Rocky owners saying, mate, you can't go wrong with these bikes. The thing that hit me the most was, one, everybody saying how well they handle, which I knew from the moment I rode it. But the main thing really was
how well their customer service is.
Customer service, customer care.
A really devoted fan base.
Yeah.
Like a cult follower.
And then when you look into it, all the others have got 2-year warranty. Rocky have got 3-year. All the others have got 80, 85 Newton meters on the e-bikes. This is. They got 108. And then I was looking closely at the bike, the build quality, this, and it was like, do you know what? I don't know if I want to do YT. Am I making the right decision? And then I thought, that was it. I had a little problem with the bike, which we sorted out. It was nothing.
And this wouldn't even be an issue had you managed to just keep what you were going to not say last week.
Yeah, I know. So I announced it last week.
So
all this happened this week.
It's just like,
I don't have a I'm not very good at keeping secrets when it's something I'm excited about. So basically, I had a little problem. It was sorted. It was nothing. And basically, the Rocky people said, right, we're going to set you up. It was a WhatsApp group for direct to them. So any problems, we'll sort you out, which I thought was amazing. And then he was like, we got another bike, 29er, the Instinct Power Play. I want to send you one of them. You and Todd can have a mess about on that, maybe do some videos. And it was just like various things every day. Well, various things throughout a few days that made me think, do you know what? This Rocky brand is amazing and it's exactly what I want. And they were saying, we don't mind what you do to the bikes. You can put your MV, put your Olands on. You know, we won't tell you off if you do this, if you work with another bike for a day or something like that. So basically, within a day, I made a decision and I turned YT down and it's all good. We're all, you know, I don't want to slate YT. Great brand, great bike. And that's all ended nicely. And Rocky Mountain it is. And just to let you know some of the things that we're getting, which is the last bit I'll say about this, because I feel like I'm going on about it too much now.
I think that's what most people want to hear, though. You don't have to worry about it. We've got 365.
So we've got lots of bikes coming. Let's just put it that way. We've got lots of bikes coming. We can do turnarounds, so we can use a downhill bike, send it back, that sort of thing. I've got a gravel bike coming from Rocky Mountain as well. I think we're going to get one of them slope style. Is it a Slayer for Todd?
It's not slope style bike.
Not slope style, sorry. Big hitting bike park bike. I'm going to be running the 120mm travel pedal bike. It's like
XC bike.
Yeah, it's like their version of what I was going to have with the Izzo. Todd is going to have the big hitting enduro one that won the Enduro World Series. So we're going to be very kitted out.
Gravel bike.
I said about the gravel bike.
Yeah.
And also, they're going to let me do affiliate links. So they'll be letting me put some sort of sales on my YouTube where you guys can earn money, where you guys can get discounts. So, you know, it was a no-brainer in the end. And since making that decision, every day I've found out things about Rocky where I'm like, I'm so glad I made that decision. They're so good.
Well, since you've been talking, there's loads of people who've been saying sort of, well done, you deserve it, like showing that your hard work's paying off and all that.
Thank you very much.
Stuff.
Appreciate
that. But before you started going on about that, then someone had put a question earlier on, George Cox. He put, why did you change brands so much? 1 minute Melon are the best, and now it's Smith. Hard to believe what products are actually any good.
We've never said Melon were the best.
No, never said Melon the best. I've been very honest about Melon. If you look in some of my vlogs, we got the Melon glasses and mine fell apart. Then I contacted them via the media, which is how I contacted them originally. They ignored me, so I ditched them and went with Smith. And Smith is who I asked originally, but at that time they had a different marketing person and they didn't get back to me. So I'm basically got what I asked for in the first place. And
there's another question from someone called 60 Seconds of Stevens. He's had a question earlier on, but now he's put, were you on Sprung videos?
Yeah.
or what it was even called back in the day.
Sprung 2 mostly. Very embarrassing. I have to like hide behind the sofa when that's on. If you want to watch something terrible, watch Sprung 2.
That was the first year we were together that came out.
Chris Liggins. Yes, I'm not saying anything, but yes.
It's hidden.
The Smith glasses are very nice. Let's just put it that way.
Do you know what loads of people are saying about jump bikes? What's going on?
Oh, right. Yeah, we've still got DMR. That's
Yeah.
it, really. We've still got DMR and it's not affected in any way. And Rocky Mountain don't do a jump bike, so there's no sort of clash there either.
Are you still sponsored by WTB?
Yes,
Yes.
certainly
And
are.
If not, would you ever run Michelin or Schwalbe?
Out of the two, I'd probably go with Schwalbe. They're both very good brands. But I love WTB. The only problem with WTB at the moment is lack of stock.
Yeah.
Like a
Same
lot of
with
any
everything,
mountain bike
really.
brands, loads of people, you're really struggling because it all sold out in the original lockdown and now they can't sort of refill.
Michael Reeves has put nice one, Jim. Like how you've made your choice.
Thank you very much. The thing I like to do with what we do is there's a lot of people out there who just, you can tell they're bullshitting. It's like, thank you very much for working with us and blah, blah, blah. And now we're moving on to different,
It's just because, and they're saying it's for different reasons.
yeah, to be honest, just be honest. I've been totally honest here. That's all the reasons. As for Stanton, I don't want to slate the bikes. Yeah, they're heavy, but the handling's amazing, incredible. But I'm getting a bit old to be pedaling a heavy bike up a hill.
Archie Marshall put, why don't you include every sponsor you have on your intro and not just a few main ones?
They're the ones you pay.
They are the channel sponsors. We've got two different sponsors. We've got channel sponsors and we've got product sponsors, basically, or partners as people call them. The partners and product sponsors just supply product, and the ones we put on the intro and outro, they actually give money as well.
Oliver Holt said, I wish I could go out on my trail bike, but I have COVID and I'm self-isolating. Hope you feel better soon.
Get well soon. How bad are you? Have you got any symptoms, or is it just you're positive and that's that?
Someone says, were you on bad terms with Stanton?
No, not really.
I don't think there's any reason to be on bad terms with anyone.
We haven't done anything wrong. They haven't done anything wrong. They're just people trying to make money and run a business, and it just wasn't the way that we wanted to go. Really, I think we've probably outgrown them. I don't mean that big-headed, but I wanted to go to a bigger brand, basically.
Evening watching this whilst I'm on the spinning bike.
Good on you.
Multitask.
I'll just say one more thing about Rocky Mountain that was a slight decider. There's talk at the end of the year of possibility of taking us out to Canada as well. I mean, what would you say?
No.
No way.
Miles just keeps sending me messages and taking the mick now. He just keeps telling me to get off my phone. And why is Cassie not on her phone? Messages like that. Craig Bromley has put, Pin TV needs straight talking, highly interactive, friendly sponsors to complement a great grassroots channel.
Yes, like your brand RRP.
Hang on, let's have a little look. Rocky have a great heritage, like Intense, Yeti and Santa Cruz, so a great choice. The suspension system looks more interesting than YT too.
It's honestly, I tell you now, looking at those bikes, it's so well built. And the most interesting thing about that e-bike I've got was, like I said with Stanton and various other bikes, how I was going longer and liking longer, slacker bikes. Not so much the slack, just longer. The reach of the large rocky altitude I've got is only, for those of you who know about geometry, I think it's 455, which is tiny. It's really short. But what it's made me realise is that on an e-bike, you do not want a long bike. You want a short bike because all the weight gives you the stability, and then the shortness makes it turn and pop and hop loads better. So it's totally transformed my thought process on lengths of bikes.
Is Bob Jones Bob along?
Yes.
Because he's commented saying the guys at Rocky are a great bunch. You're in good hands with them. Hopefully you'll make the trip over to Canada to visit them, and I can play tour guide.
Yes, mate. I'd love to come and see you again. You were on the old pins with me as well. You're certainly sprung videos. Good old Bob along.
Yeah, Bob along.
I'm gonna crack my back. It's been against this fluffy pillow.
Yeah,
Does anyone want to listen?
do it by the microphone. See if we can hear you.
I've got to be sat
Okay,
down.
shush.
If you hold it up.
Right. Okay. This is mental.
I wish I could do this.
Listen to how well
It doesn't do it
he can
now.
crack his back.
You probably won't be able to hear it. It's not that loud.
Whoa.
Oh, I can hear that one.
That was
Surely.
awesome. Looney Tunes, Pin TV, thanks to
Grab
your
my
video
phone.
on the Steelers Real Expo. I put an order in on a Curtis AM7 the week before Christmas. Many thanks for the video, and I'd like to get to the show this year if it's on.
That Curtis bike was, I think, for me, that stole the show. It was such a beautiful bike. It's gorgeous. It's all brazed. Did you get the one that's brazed together? I think so, I guess.
It's lovely.
And Elliot McMillan's put, even though you just got an awesome deal with Rocky Mountain, what would be your dream bike brand sponsor?
Do you know what? I can't think of anything better than how that rides. Honestly, the ride of it and the way they are.
Every other sponsor we've had, we've never said they'd be our dream sponsor, but Rocky, I think, is the first.
It's the closest thing yet.
Lacey Astley, please can you say hi to Aiden? He's 9 and loves your channel.
To
Hi,
who, sorry?
Aiden.
All right, Aiden. How you doing, mate? Remember when you were 9, Todd, when you first started riding with me?
Yeah, with my sick track.
At 9 years old.
And wanted to spend time with his mummy instead of going off
Yeah, he did
constantly on his bike.
Didn't you get around Llandegley at 9?
Yeah.
All the climbs and everything.
Yeah, and I did the black at 10.
And the lads with COVID said no symptoms, just tested positive.
How annoying is that?
Yeah, proper annoying. Bradley Heaver has just said, thanks for sharing my story on Instagram regarding my stolen bike. Thank you so much. Did you get it back?
Yeah, did you get it? I'm guessing probably not. That's the usual outcome of these bloody things, isn't it?
Curtis, hi Jim, Todd and Cassie. Want to say well done on everything. Watching the Pin brand grow on YouTube is amazing. I hope to see a lot more sponsors too for you guys.
Thank you very much.
Oh, that's nice.
Greg Jennings, I can see that one. And he's a member. Jim, when you're coming to Bridgewood to ride the new trails there, Crumper said you messaged him about them. Yeah, I was going to go last Sunday, but Crumpy said the weather was horrendous. That's when it was snowing, so didn't bother.
And it was pre-lockdown. We were going to go, and Ruben was going to come as well, and then his brother tested positive.
Oh, it's 40 minutes away. It's funny, isn't it? Is that classed as an all right drive?
I don't think there's a woman in Ashby de la Zouche near there, and there was an article before she'd driven 10 minutes. Her and her mate had driven in separate cars to a little sort of reservoir, and they bought a Starbucks on the way, and they want to walk around for a bit of exercise, socially distanced. And have their Starbucks, and there were police there waiting to catch people who were doing wrong. And they fined them both £200 each, saying that because they took a drink, they were having a picnic.
That's ridiculous.
And they basically cited that it wasn't. What did they say? It's not. What did they say? Keeping up with the manner of the lockdown or something like that. I was like, that's absolutely ridiculous, isn't it? They've gone in separate cars. They're not together. They're like just.
Well, I've been today. I was meant to work today, but because we had all this snow forecast, which never turned up here, I didn't work. And I went with Joel to one of the local hills, a very close one. And the second day there with Joel and started cutting a trail in, which is gnarly. Don't know whether I'll be riding it too soon, but yeah, I can't wait to show you that when it's finished.
Cassie almost went full Scouse then. That like when I first moved to Shrewsbury, no one could understand.
We've got one called Scouse Dan. There he is.
Yeah, he's saying police flex.
Jim's running on empty. I am running on empty. I'll be all right though. I don't want to get drunk.
Looked in his bag.
Todd, are you going to ride mullet? Rocky with a mullet?
No idea.
No, he's gone for a bowl cut.
In his bag, is this how many it comes with?
No, they're all the new ones. They're the newer fork protectors, and these are what you put on the mud guards. These are the top protectors as well.
Right.
Ruben's put there's a sick new techie one near mine. It's such a sick track.
Is that the one you sent with the big rocks and the berms?
I hear you might be buying a new bike, Ruben. Is that true? Ooh.
Speed Force Sim Racer. I don't think you ever do. I think it's always my aunties moved away from Liverpool way more years ago than me, and they still got their accents. Tattoo bloke put, just watch a video of a guy riding a Rocky Mountain e-bike, and he says he has to cover the controller up when he washes it as the water gets in and breaks it. Same with around the cranks.
Yes, that's quite interesting. Lots of e-bike owners have had problems with washing them with controllers and with screens. It's quite a common thing. I was actually thinking about something today. I'm thinking about whether you could do as a product some kind of proper cover for screens, because no one's doing it yet. So if anyone out there can do that, let me know.
Ruben says after watching this, he's going to look at Rocky Mountain.
Is he?
With it having Ruben on it as well.
Yeah.
Looney Tune put pinned. It's the Curtis AM7 brazed raw polish frame. I've ordered the works to go with it. Zip wheels, Fox 36, XX1, etc.
So zip wheels are the ones that are meant to be like motorbike ones.
Yeah. So their main rider, which is Jim Davidge, big tall lad, one of my old racing buddies from back in the day. He's a real good rider.
Curtis put maybe a silicone cover.
Yes.
Colin Hayes says, just a quick hello and well done. Great channel, solid advice, honest and straight to the point. Pleased to see you doing well.
Thank you very much. Oh, another thing about the Rocky that I did, when I knew I was getting one, I contacted Steve Jones from EMBM, because he's an old racing mate and he's very honest, and asked him what he thought. And his reply was, one of the best handling e-bikes I've ever ridden. You won't be disappointed. He said just keep up with the lubrication of them, because obviously they've got all the like cogs and things that go around the motor.
Darren Powell's just said latex glove over the controller works a treat.
Yeah, good idea.
Mason Fish has put, what's the giveaway today? As the last one was rigged. Well, maybe saying things like that, he just like voids his entry again.
Yeah.
If you enter again, Mason, maybe that's the decision that will be made.
Perhaps you could win another fabric saddle that's crap.
Mike.
I was wondering what you were going to say then.
Mike Tarry says, probably don't remember, but you shared a petition on the loss of trails in Northampton
Yeah, I
2
do
years
remember
ago.
that. Yeah.
He said, we've had good news with a bike park soon with help of the local council and riders.
Brilliant. Well, when it's up and running and lockdown's gone, get in touch and we could maybe come and do something and feature it.
Thinking of saving for an e-bike, but I'm only 15.
Well, you better get saving for a while, mate. Don't see any problem. They're not cheap, are they?
MTB Soldier, I remember seeing you and Cassie, Todd, in Shrewsbury Hospital back in July.
What was that? Oh, for Todd's teeth. Or was it his
Collarbone.
collarbone?
It was his collarbone. Yeah, I remember as we were walking out, I think you must have been sitting there and you'd asked him what he'd done. And I was like, do you know him? And Todd was like, no, I don't think so. And I was just like, and Todd was like, he's probably a subscriber. And like, there's a few things that happen which seem really weird because obviously I live with them all the time, and like it's all just like they're just them. And then I was walking down into town once, and I had I can't remember, like a Pin TV hoodie on or t-shirt or something. T-shirt.
I wasn't there, but
And this little lad. Well, I say little. I don't know how old he was. They all look little to me, and he was like, Pin TV. He was like, I know Todd. And I was like, so do I. I was like, I'm his mum. And he was like, oh my God, it's Todd's mum. I was just like, it just seems really strange when they get recognised. It's almost like, a bit weird. Alex Duggan said, my wife promised me a gravel bike for my 30th in May. So looking forward to seeing what your Rockies are like.
Yeah, they come. I've been, don't worry, I've been studying all the bikes online. And like when you're getting a new bike, you can't stop looking at them online.
So much as well. Like,
and
there's not loads of pictures of them on the website, but like every day you check just in case there's something new.
Yeah. And the gravel bike comes with a dropper post, which I'm very excited about.
And El Presidente Green put, can Todd legit beat you yet? He was looking fast on the Dovey vid.
No, he can beat me at Dovey on the jumps because he can clear more of them and keep his speed. But, well, you say, because I sound like a twat saying that.
On, like, techie stuff and steep stuff, Dad beats me stuff.
James Bailey, I see Tommy C. Hyper's just bought an e-bike. Surely it's the future, hey boys.
Wow, say no more.
It sounds like it's about to take off.
MTB Soldier, he said, yeah, he was seriously ill. This is the chap who said hello to you at the hospital. He said he was seriously ill and had severe anxiety and lost 3 stone. He'd just finished his time in the army just before the pandemic.
Wow.
Bloody hell, mate.
Fair dues. Have you still got the anxiety? I suffered with anxiety, but I've got a cure for it now. But you'd better message me offline and I'll tell you what it is.
Jim's been famous for years. He's Johnny Cheatham's hero.
Who's put that?
Matt Tempany. I love Johnny Cheatham. Johnny Cheatham's awesome. Yeah. He's always been so funny. And he reminded me of, I don't know if you remember a cartoon from years ago called Johnny Bravo.
Yeah.
That was like, he just reminded me of him.
We need to do the giveaway. It's like 9 o'clock near enough. What's your question, Tom?
If no one gets it, we might need a different one because it's very niche. What did I have in my wrap at the start?
Yeah, you did tell people.
Oh, they'd have had to have been watching the whole time.
Well, there you go.
You need all of it. Yeah, Alex Spratt.
Wow.
With emojis.
How the hell did you remember that? I couldn't even remember, and I saw him. So, Alex Spratt, send us an email to jim@pintv.co.uk. If any of you can see your answer that's right above that, it's what is comes on our computer quicker. That makes sense.
All marks, but I only live down the road from you guys, so I don't know if I'd stay up or not, be looking like some stalker.
Just to say as well, as of last night, we have more pinned snoods on the website. There, how much are they? 12 quid? 11 quid.
13 posted though.
So yeah, check them out. I think we got, how many did we buy? 10.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll probably disappear pretty quickly. Need to buy some more of them.
Get a GoPro on Ian for summer.
Yeah, I was told today after that latest video that what we need to do is get that the lens for the GoPro with the horizon lock on it, and it will be totally.
Oh yeah.
Will Rooney, has Daniel's son eaten the rat poo on toast yet?
No.
Oh, R.I.P. the rats.
Yeah.
Oh,
I must admit, I did a little bit of a happy dance when the last one died, just because I'm not have to shout up to Todd and remind him and check he's fed it or he's
Your
handled
roommate
it
did just
or
message
he's
me with a
watered it.
picture of myself, saying, "What am I playing?"
what?
They thought I was playing a game on my phone.
Um,
I'm
okay.
not.
Logan, any help on training dogs to be a trail dog? As I have a new dog coming on Wednesday. You can't take them out too young. They've got to be at least sort of 18 months old.
Look at the breed advice online, because all dogs are different when it comes to what age you can let them run flat out. I think Ian was like 6 months, but I've had loads of trail dogs. I think Ian is he in my 4th?
Yeah.
And they've all learned off the original one, Deefa dog, yes. And Deefa was like well trained and ran alongside me. And then when I got another dog, that other dog would come out with us, and they just learn off the other dog. So it's quite difficult to say, because the last 3 have learned off the other dogs rather than learning from me. Don't be too soft on them. If they get in your way without actually running them over, just give them a little buzz with your tyre. You know, as long as they feel it and they're like, ooh, that'll make them realise not to get into your wheels. Don't actually run them over, obviously, but and tell them off if they do something wrong, basically. And I guess to start with, go somewhere where you're not going to have to cross any roads, and and just be careful you haven't got a dog that just runs off. Take treats with you.
Why is Red called Red when he's not red?
Because when we chose him, he was the dog with the red collar.
And she had the choice between the red collar and the blue collar. And we kept saying to her, which one do you like best, red or blue? Red or blue? And then she chose red. And then because we've been calling him Red whilst we were there.
I came up with the name Red as well. I said, why don't you just call it Red? Because Dad wanted to call it Colin or Paul, but all of us did. And Per's birthday present, she said no. I said, well, we've been calling it Red the whole time. Why didn't you just call it Red?
We think Red is just like a cloud with a face, basically.
Lee Allman, what's the etiquette if an e-bike rider is waiting behind an acoustic rider on an uphill single track? Is the responsibility on the acoustic rider to get out of the way? I
think it's all about being polite if you're on the e-bike. Just saying, excuse me, mate. You'll get that if you go to trail centres, certain places like Llandegla and Cannock, where you get. And basically, these are the e-bike riders who weren't originally mountain bike riders, and they just don't know about bike etiquette, and they really annoy me. The ones who are just sort of barge you out of the way, and the ones who you'd usually absolutely annihilate on the downhills if they, you catch them up. But it's just like general life, isn't it? Just be polite.
I was guilty of it for the first 2 climbs at Hopton on my first e-bike ride. I was so, remember, and you were like, don't do that because it'll annoy people. It's like my first ride. And I was just like so amazed by how fun it was. I didn't want to slow down.
Greg Jennings, who's a member, has just said, Justice Second ordered a pin snood.
Thank you very much. I just got to say, actually, this, just to remind people, this is the Booicore live show. So Booicore, they make things like this T-shirt, some other T-shirts. They've got the changing robes, the ones you can put on and get
changing bags.
Changing a car park. They've got the bags that you can put all your kit in to change into. And they do seat covers. You've got some of them on the way and various things. If you want to have a look at the Booicore website, just put in the 10% discount code, which is pinned capital letters and
10%.
Then 10, as in the number 10. So pinned 10. 10%.
Colin Hayes put common courtesy goes a long way on an e-bike.
Oh, just on a normal bike as well. Say you're out on your bike and you see walkers. We all do it. Everybody's ridden on footpaths where you're not meant to ride. And if you do that, and if you're like, slow right down, say hello, people won't give you grief then. They'll be like,
Yeah.
how you doing? You know, if you're a twat to people, then expect to be treated like a twat, basically.
Jim, an e-bike's out of my budget for a few years. What full sus bike can you recommend at a reasonable price? And then someone a bit lower down also asked, what full sus would you get for £1,000?
Right. I don't know for 1,000. The only one I know of for £1,000 is that one that you can get from Go Outdoors, the Caliber Boss Nut, which has won loads of awards. So that's probably your best bet as far as I know.
If you're getting new. Or if you're small.
Like I said, we're sponsored by Rocky Mountain, but I'm definitely not going to say Rocky Mountain if you're on a budget, because they're not a budget bike. They do cheaper bikes, but if you're on a budget, and also the last time I rode a regular leg powered Rocky Mountain bike was 1998. So maybe go along the lines of Nuke Proof,
Small.
Bird.
You're looking to get one quick.
Put buy a decent hardtail for £1.
Yeah. You'll get a lot more value for money if you get a hardtail.
These, if it'll focus, DMR volts for like, if it was you asked, I think one might have been a kid. They're currently selling for £1,500 complete.
Yeah.
Fusion.
Wow. Didn't know that.
By the Framed Bicycle Co. That's kind of swag. 2 dislikes. God, there's some weird, stupid people on this earth.
Who's put that?
Greg Jennings.
Oh, right. What, dislikes on the show?
Yeah.
Didn't know you could get dislikes.
Someone put, like when someone's repairing their bike and you ask them if they've got everything. Like, you know, on the trail, like it's like a common courtesy. Don't
be a twat in life, basically, isn't it?
When are you going to start then?
Oh, good one.
Those dislikes are from people who couldn't win.
What?
I bet.
Who what?
Who couldn't win.
You're hot here.
Oh, Johnny Big Bollocks. Cassandra, you're looking lovely. Woo woo.
Thanks.
Rental agreements.
Oh my god. El Presidente Green told us that still the phone I sent you a while back. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Still use it.
Good
Still
phone.
going strong.
How's that remote control car going? I've seen your posts.
He also said earlier, I was meant to read it out and then we started talking about the Rocky Mountain thing. He said, why was your face on a forestry post earlier today? Have you seen
Oh, it was Cy Payton put a post out about what, just basically copy pasted what the forestry said about not going too far, and for some reason he used my picture from the Malverns. I don't know why.
Okay.
Opinions on the Caliber Sentry.
The Sentry, I imagine it'll be a good bike. Isn't that the 1,800 quid one that's a bit well stocked? I mean, those bikes are mega value for money. You're not going to go wrong,
The
really.
new Triple B is nice. I saw an advert for that. It looked quite nice.
Yeah.
Decent price.
I don't really know the different models, to be honest.
I can't really tell, to be fair. They all look very
He's boiling.
He is hot.
Yeah.
It's quite warm in here.
So, how many? We've still got 280 people. That's mental, that is.
That's
Opinion on the giant stance.
I don't know much about it. I mean, Giant themselves, long, low, slack, good, reliable bikes, very big brand. I can't knock. I don't know any way of knocking a Giant, really.
Fantastic show, Jim.
Thank you very much. Who's that from?
Darren Ridley.
All right, Darren.
She's Dazzler.
As my bike was stolen, I've treated myself to the high bike. All
Mountain.
7 e-bike.
Ah.
Shitty bike being stolen though. To be fair, like some proper scumbags around, aren't there?
Yeah. You literally cannot do enough for security. we've got tons of it here.
Stuart Pennell, really enjoyed your jumping practice video from Dovey. What's your favourite bike park or trail centre at the moment?
It probably is Dovey, to be fair. I mean, I also love.
I like Ford.
Oh well, that's not bike park.
It's
though,
a
is it?
bike park or trail centre.
Trail centre. Is that classed as a trail centre?
Yeah.
Yeah, FOD then.
But bike park, yeah, Dovey. But I really want to go back to Revs. It was like over a year ago we went now.
I know, we need to get back there.
May need to swap my 210mm 1-up dropper. Seems a bit too big for my large frame. I've got it shimmed down to 190mm as well.
That's obviously a 1-up then, if you've done that.
It's a 210 1-up dropper.
Yeah.
Why didn't you get him to message you?
Yeah, give me a message about that. I'm after one of them. Is it a 30.9 or is it a 31.6? I'm after a 30.9. Yeah.
Phil Smith, I got a whiskey and ice after seeing you with the rum. I'm on my 5th now.
Oh yeah. Oh, God.
Wow.
I'll be slurring by now.
Kids, but yeah, I've had more than a few stolen. It's a joke, but only takes that one time you get to catch them. Yeah.
Oh. The Rob rides the MTB thing.
Oh, 30.9. Give us a shout, mate, about this, please.
That's really good. That Rob rides video is the new one.
Oh, is that the one with the cheap
Yeah.
e-bike?
Scott MTB's just said about it. I'm amazed. He said he's never painted anything before.
Did he do that? Did he paint it?
Yeah, he painted it with literally spray paint from a shop.
It looks really good. It looks like it's been done in a body shop.
Yeah, it's like really professional, and they're saying Scott MTB said that it scares him, the cheap Chinese frame. But it's just a lot of frames are from China.
Yeah, most.
Mark
China or
Hutchinson,
Taiwan.
can't wait to get back out there, but just had a baby boy, and he'll be a big Pin TV fan just like his dad. Oh, congratulations!
And then eventually give him 15, 14 years and you turn into this lovely little baby boy. Oh, he's so cute, isn't he?
Oh, I was looking at pictures
little
of baby
baby.
the other day.
Oh, look at him.
Oh, little baby Tarzan. I see the London Bike Show organizer is sold up. Do you think it will return with a new owner?
I don't know. I've never really been that keen on the London Bike Show. It's not. I don't know. It's like a weird load of brands. I've always preferred. In fact, the NEC one's crap now as well. Core's the one for me, but then Core is a trade show. It's not for the public. But I think that's why it's so good, because you can actually properly go around and talk to people without being bothered. Oh, yeah.
Cassie, did Jim milk his knee injury much?
I did swap sides of the bed with him
And
to
he
let
was
him
getting
like
us to do
have an easier
everything.
exit from the bed, and he
Yeah,
no,
but tell
he
him.
wasn't too bad. He's
Tell him
terrible.
Tell him what I tried to do when I first did it. When I came down out the shower after the first.
He come down, like he told me he'd fallen over and cut his knee quite bad, and then he got back. He said, "I'm just gonna wash it," and he says, "And then I'll super glue it." He's like, "Have you got?" He's like, "Have you got any of those? Have you got any of those like Sterish strips or anything I can use?" So
I will just say I have super glued a big cut before here,
But
and I cut myself with a hedge cutter, and it was successful.
There's no talking Jim out of anything, so I just agree with whatever he says now. So he was like, "I'm gonna super glue it," and I was like, "Oh, don't be daft," and then I just thought, "Oh, sod it."
I fell over running, Chris. Yes, fell over running.
And when he got back, he come down from his shower and he showed me his knee, and he went, Do you think I'll need stitches in this? And it literally looked like it just looked like
Let's see if I
some
can get the
sort of
photo.
like
It looked like you could see the
burst cat, and I was just like, what the
Look at Red. You just
So,
put him down,
yeah,
he's just
I
staying
sent him
in
the
position
hospital.
he fell in.
I'll show you a photo. Oh, hello.
This running lark's too dangerous.
It is. That's the best one. That's the best one.
Adam Rice, yes, they've done the giveaway.
If you're squeamish, that's the right word. If you're squeamish, don't look now. This is what I did to my knee.
Ugh. But like what you can't see is all those bits were just like fleshy bits like hanging out of it. It looked disgusting.
Sorry, Red.
This is what red looked like just then. Just what you'd want to see.
Sorry, but why run?
I think
The reason I run, actually, I've got to say, is if you check out the vlog that went live last night, where I go to Eastridge with Ian, and he hasn't been for ages, and he got knackered before me, was A, obviously I'll get a bit fitter, but B, it was to get him back to fitness for riding and trying to be nice to Ian, and ended up in hospital. Right.
I reckon we should do a video where we get Ian or Red on a skateboard.
That'd be ridiculous.
That's
funny.
Yeah.
Someone said it healed up a lot quicker than Dave Genvy though.
Jamie Minton, top 3 MTB locations to ride in Herefordshire and Shropshire. I'd go with oh God, what was the where is it where we normally go? Where I'd nearly bust my neck. Can never think of the name of it.
MTB Soldier put the Reekin.
No. Yeah, Reekin. Reekin, Bucknell, and Bringewood or Nestcliff. Maybe Nestcliff's a lot of fun, but it's the trails aren't long enough. It's hard, isn't it? Because they're all different in different ways. You know, some things can be ace because they're short and loamy, but then others could be ace because they're techie and long.
Oh. Someone broke my heel bone in September. Foot looked like something Mexican cartel cut off.
Yeah, but you know what they say about that injury? It'll heal quickly.
Oh, shit,
Still can't ride either.
Oh my God.
What do you think of mini walker BMXs?
Todd had one of them.
I had one for ages, and then
ridiculous.
When they puncture, it takes about 2 hours to fix a puncture because you have to. The wheels are 2 parts. You have to unscrew, and then you have to push it in with the tire inflated. It's really awkward, and that's a faff. So I swapped it. Because I couldn't be bothered to do it, I swapped the BMX for a BB gun, which in hindsight probably wasn't the best trade.
Someone's put Ian as the real star of the show. Yeah, he's a good boy. Look at him.
He's a real star.
Let's turn it a bit.
We've got a merch order.
See him there.
Oh, look.
There he is.
Whoa, we're getting loads of merch orders.
You were good boy.
Getting some merch orders.
Yeah.
Are we? Todd runs the merch if anyone's interested. Don't know where I said that.
If you're watching them right now, thank you, Gary. Thank you, William. Thank you, Greg.
Clipped or flats?
Thank you, William.
I know you've swapped between the two. Have you
Flats.
both settled on one yet?
Flats, both of us. The only time I the only time I ride in clips now is on the gravel bike. Just because it's easier to pedal up a hill and I'm not doing gnarlier stuff. I love flat pedals now.
Reese has asked what breed is Ian. Well, he's supposed to be a jug, so a Jack Russell crossed with a pug. But if you can see his fur, I've never seen a Jack Russell with fur like this, nor a pug. He's got like a real soft, like thick fur. He gets really long hair, long curly hair. So I don't think that's what he is. That's what we were sold him as.
Thanks, Will. Thanks, Chris. Thanks, Sean. Will's on it right now. He's ordered a woolly hat, and I was just going to show it, and then I realised it's got his address on it, so I probably shouldn't show it. Joel's tried to put shut up Logan, but he's put shit up Logan, so it's been blocked.
Logan's put Ian is his own breed. He is. He's an Ian.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done, Logan. Good comment.
Right, RHP Mountain and Trail, what chainring would you recommend for being the best for longevity? Well, I'd say Unite, because it's a friend of ours who owns it, and also he uses 7075, is it, aluminium? So
Daniel's not on here tonight.
and that does last. Some of them use 606 something.
Daniel's
It's crap.
Sarpa's new TV. Some group chat.
Someone put Ian's part Ewok.
He is.
Looked like he
I just think then what an Ewok was.
Yeah.
No, too young.
No, I didn't know on that.
If there's any races this year, will it just be Todd, or will you both be doing the races?
Oh, both be doing it. I've booked in.
I'm not like mega bothered about doing loads, but you have one.
You are. You're doing every one. You're going to be a pro by next week. I booked in to.
I hope this is worth the introduction.
Yes, this is my first big event. Sonny and I are booked into Enduro 2 in Les Arcs in June, and very, very excited. We're in the e-bike category, and that is, if you look at that race, it's got like 40-minute downhills and loads of them. So I'm excited about
that. Someone had put I've just bought Unite thanks to you, Mr. Pind.
Fair play. Must cost you a few quid buying that company.
You won't be able to do the EWS then, will you?
I can do the first.
But Rocky Mountain isn't allowed that, is it? Because of the power.
Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
God knows.
Like the look of the app you used in the latest gravel video. What was that?
Oh yeah, that was Komoot. Yeah, very good. Yeah, you've just reminded me. I want to approach them actually to see if they'd sponsor the gravel vlogs, because it's so different to all the mountain bike stuff. It was really good to follow that. It was so simple. Well, it must be simple because we worked it. Me and Miles was about as useless as each other when it comes to maps.
John's just bullying Logan now.
Yes, the giveaway's been done, Charlie.
Yeah, you missed out.
Are you coming to the Inners EWS?
Yeah, it's not the first one anymore, didn't you say?
October.
Yeah, definitely. I'm well up for that. I'm going to come and smoke Lewis Buchanan.
Reese King also give a couple of the Pierce cycles rounds ago. I'll be racing them once they can start back up. This is something I want to do this year if they'll allow us. Is try and do a downhill race on the e-bike with the battery taken out. God, they're just giving it to loads of crap. Someone's just had to go and check you out on Sprung 2. Is that you on the bike with the White Brothers UD 150s?
Yeah. Sorry. And I got a few. There's when Connie's eating a tea bag, I'm next to him.
And at the race where you're saying BCF stands for Bertie Crutch Face.
Yeah, and a bit of ride. Yeah, that riding terrible.
I was thinking about this. If I get a gravel bike from Rocky Mountain, do you reckon it's possible to put normal bars on it?
Yeah, but it's kind of pointless. I don't get why you do that. If you're going to do that, you might as well just get a cross-country bike.
I get why you do it.
Why?
Because it's just better.
Yeah, but the trouble is, if you do that, it's not... Yeah, you've got to change everything that goes on the bars.
Yes.
Because it'll all be wrong. You can't just put, curvy bar shifters and brakes onto straight bars. It's all got to be changed.
Yeah, I know.
So if you can supply all the bits and change it all yourself, then yes.
Will you be going to Fort William this year if lockdown's dropped?
To the race? No idea. I don't know.
I still haven't been. You owed me it from when we were meant to go in 2017.
Yeah, if we were to do that, Todd.
You promised me and Tyler.
So we're still looking for possibly some sort of caravan for this year to go with my van for things like that, and for going out doing adventures. Just because obviously I can't afford them, and I wouldn't really want a motorhome unless I could have a really posh one. And caravan is better because if we go away as a whole family, Cassie could go off with my daughter and leave us there, which you can't do with a motorhome unless you're very rich and you've got a car on the back. So yeah, stuff like Fort William, that'd be perfect for that, because you could go up for the week and you could ride all the trails around there and make a big feature of it.
Any plans to collab with Tommy C. Hype again?
Yeah, but I talk to Tommy like every few weeks. We quite often message each other, and always during the messages it's like, yeah, we need to meet up again, and it's like, yeah, come on, let's wait till all this bullshit's over. We nearly met up not long ago, but just circumstances meant it couldn't happen in the end.
No, it's because it was quite last minute. We'd already booked Dovey and then we've been to Cannon.
Oh yeah, it's the day we went to Dovey and Joel went to
Dovey on Cannon.
Yeah.
Someone, Lewis Clary's put, sell my evil reckoning for an e-bike gym or keep the analog, can't afford both.
That's not really a decision I could make. That's a decision which you know whether you're going to make or not. I could guarantee if you tried the e-bike, if you're already thinking about it, and then if you tried the e-bike, I guarantee you'd have the e-bike. But the thing you have to remember with an e-bike that quite a lot of people don't realise is they do cost more money to run. Definitely cost more money. You know, you're nailing back tyres, you're nailing cassettes, chains, chain rings, brakes, everything, because you're doing 3 times as much riding quite often. Just get rid of that.
Someone's put, especially now Tommy's bought a new e-bike.
Yeah. So, right, I'm gonna call it now. We're near enough on an hour and a half. We had an awesome load of people watching tonight. I'm really chuffed with how many have watched.
Thanks for the reply, that lad, by the way.
No problem. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching.
Go and watch Pinned after this. Watch all of our videos.
Yes, and obviously the latest one, what you got to remember on the latest one is it doesn't quite tie up with current events. It's talking about plans before the Rocky Mountain proper hookup. So it's always like a week to 2 weeks behind on the vlogs. Yeah, plenty coming out. Thank you very much for watching.
Go watch Pinned.
Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Like and comment on our videos. Thanks a lot. See you next week. Goodbye.
Pinned on your phone, your laptop, your Xbox, your tablet, your iPad, your goodbye.
Electronic device.